Hey, this is Jared, and this is a manga update for April. I know I'm posting this in May, but these are all the manga that got released in April that I picked up. Not that many this month, but before I get to the manga, I did get this new phone case, which is all the main JoJo stands from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know, I just thought it was really cool, so I thought I'd show it. But the manga I got for this month, let's see. Let's start with Nanan Biori Volume 11. Uh, I've said before I'm not too big on slice of life because I just feel like they're all a little too samey. High school kids hanging out at the school, and all the same things. Oh, the beach episode, this episode. It's all too similar. But what I like about this one is that it takes place in the countryside, and all the main characters are kind of the only kids in the school because it's such a small town that they only have like a couple students and that's it. And it's just life in the countryside in Japan, and I don't know, I just liked it and thought it was a cool thing to check out. So yeah, like most slice lives, there's not really an overarching plot line. It's just the day-to-day lives of these characters. So yeah, I don't know. It could be one of those series that goes on forever, or could end within a year. And yeah, I'd be fine with that. It's just a fun little story to read. Next, we have Alita Mars Chronicle, Volume 6. I never read Alita Battle Angel, before the movie was announced. I always heard of it, but the trailers made me interested in reading it, so I did. And I picked up the box set of the complete original series, and it was amazing, and I loved it, and I highly recommend it to everyone. If you've seen the movie, just know that the movie does change the story quite a bit, but not for the better. I feel like a lot of the changes weren't as good. So if you loved the movie, definitely check out the manga. It won't be just like a retread of what you've already watched, and the story's even better in my opinion. But after the original series, there was a sequel called Alita Last Order, which continued the story. Not a lot of people liked Last Order because it was very action oriented and not so much story oriented. A lot of crazy fighting and everything like that, which some people just didn't care for. I thought it was good, but still not as good as the original series. And then this third series is supposed to be the final series, and it basically tells the entire backstory of Alita, so it fills in all those blanks. And it goes back and forth between the present and her past. But I would say like 70 to 80% of it is the past, so that's mostly what you get. But I'm liking it so far, and I'm interested to see where it goes. Right now, I don't know how far ahead it is in Japan. I think it's only a few volumes, so I'm sure this will catch up pretty soon, and then I'll just have to wait for new chapters. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. Oh, that's my phone. Sorry. And yeah, check it out. Next we have Magi Volume 35. I think there's 37 volumes in total, so almost done. And I really enjoy the series. I love the whole Arabian Nights theme to it. I think it's very different for a manga. I haven't seen that anywhere else. I haven't watched the anime, but I heard it's not the best adaptation. I don't know. But I'm really enjoying the manga, and I'm interested to see how it ends. So, yeah, definitely check this out. Very good series. And then we have Land of the Lustrous Volume 8, which I got into pretty recently. I heard good things about it, so I decided to check it out, and I really liked it. A lot of people say it's the anime version of Steven Universe, which I haven't really watched Steven Universe, so I don't know if that's true or not. I do know it revolves around living gems. But after I read the first like 6 volumes, I decided to watch the anime because there's one season of that out, and I think the 6 volumes covers the first season, and the anime was really great, and I recommend that to people too. Usually, I hate 3D animation, which the anime of this is, but they did a really good job with it. It looked great, which just goes to show if you put a lot of money into 3D animation, it actually could look really good. But if you only put a little bit in, like Berserk, it just looks really choppy and just terrible. So, yeah, Land of the Lustrous is one of the few 3D animes that I do recommend, and recommend the manga as well. Alright, next is Golden Kamuy, Volume 9. I've read a lot of new series within the last year, and this one's definitely my favorite. It's also made it onto like my top 10 favorite ongoing series if you watch that video. So I went into depth of what it's about already in that one. But yeah, if there's one thing in this list I got today, this is the series that you should check out. I love it a lot. Everyone should read this. And I'm sad that it's not more popular. I know that there's 2 seasons of the anime out, but I still don't hear that many people talking about it, which sucks. But definitely worth a read. And there's stuff in the manga that hasn't been put into the anime, so I do recommend reading it even if you've already watched it, just to get more content. Next is Food Wars, Volume 29. Food Wars is definitely a guilty pleasure. It's a very generic story and characters, you know, but I love it so much. Just cooking battles. You know, I'm not big on the food channel or whatever, but this makes me love it. I don't know. Just seeing all the dishes they make and going against each other. You know, it's I wouldn't say it's anything special story wise. You're not gonna read it and be just blown away or anything like that, but it's just a lot of fun. If you just want a manga where you just have a lot of fun and don't think too hard, just a simple shonen, definitely pick up Food Wars. It's great, and the anime as well. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. You know, lately I haven't been too much into shonens because I don't know, they're just very generic and too similar, but I have a lot of fun with this one. And then next is My Hero Academia, Volume 18. Speaking of shonens, yeah, this is another one where I thought I wouldn't like it, and I didn't really care for it too much in the beginning, but once he got into the school and it showed the other students, it started to grow on me more, and I'm really enjoying it now. And there's no point in really talking about it because it's one of the most popular animes out there right now. But yeah, it's good. There's not really much need to say. I think most people are watching the anime and waiting for the new season. Obviously, the manga's gotten past where the season ended, but you should read it anyways. It's great. I wouldn't just wait for the anime. Yeah. And then we have My Hero Academia Vigilantes Volume 4, which is a spin-off about people who have powers that weren't good enough to qualify for the schools, so they take matters into their own hands and become superheroes outside of the legal, you know, classification, and are deemed vigilantes, but they still go out and do it anyways. And I liked that idea, so I picked it up, and it's been pretty good so far. Definitely not as good as the main series, but it's still fun. And I've heard they're making an anime adaptation of this, which I'm not surprised considering just how big My Hero Academia is right now. So I'll be interested to see that. I think it's a little too early to make an anime because, I mean, this is volume 4, so I feel like the anime can't cover too much unless they add a lot of filler, which I hate filler, but, you know, what can you do? I guess if it's good filler, then that's fine. And then finally, the last thing I got is The Flame Dragon Knight, which is a light novel, and it's about a character from Berserk, Grunbeld, and it's his entire backstory, which, you know, I was surprised to hear that out of all the light novels they could make, they chose Grunbeld out of all the characters. I don't know why they picked him, but I'm not complaining because any more Berserk is good in my book. It's not written by Miura, but he did approve it. Like, he looked over it, and he even did all the illustrations in the book, which is really cool. Usually when someone does a spin-off without the original creator, it's kind of a hit or miss, and it kind of sucks that the original creator isn't involved as much. Like, usually they're just like, oh, as long as you don't contradict my main story, write whatever you want, I don't care. But I like it when the original creators are involved in making the spin-offs in some way, like oversee it and everything. So I'm glad he did it for this, and I'm glad they made it. And hopefully they make more of these, light novels for other characters. That would be pretty cool. It's just as long as Miura just keeps on making the main series. Berserk's been on break for a while now, and it's, for anyone who reads Berserk, my pain. It sucks. But yeah, this I'm really excited to read this and find out more about Grunbeld. I know that you definitely should read at least to volume 21 before reading this, which volume 21 ends the Conviction arc, because I'm pretty sure this contains spoilers for stuff, afterwards, so be sure to read up to volume 21 before checking this out. And yeah, that's all I got for this month, and I hope you liked this video. Maybe I'll continue this and make it the next one for May. We'll see. But thanks for watching.